Welcome back to SourceFed. I'm Steven Suptic.
And I'm Candace Carrizales.
Hey, speaking of Candace, have you ever been set up on a date before?
No. Are you just asking me this so you can talk about your...
I was set up on a date once by my friends. It was with a girl they called Whistling Sarah. She had a deviated septum, and every time she breathed, it was like hearing a toy train honk its horn. Point is, being set up on a date rarely works. Unfortunately, one high school in Utah doesn't seem to understand that.
That's right. A high school by the name of Highland High in Salt Lake City had their 11th grade students go on $5 dates with each other. Setting someone else's kids up on a date seems like it would be illegal.
Well, there are over a dozen states where bestiality is legal, so when you think about it, setting kids up on a date doesn't seem as bad as having sex with an animal.
I don't think our legal system is based off of something being worse than having sex with an animal. So the class... Carrizales, attorney at law. So the class these kids are taking in order to be set up on the aforementioned dates is called Adult Roles and Financial Literacy class.
Honestly, it seems like an important class. I mean, students today are always like, what's math teaching me? When am I ever going to use it in real life? I'm not going to be an engineer. I don't care about critical thinking. When am I ever going to need biology? I'm already pregnant.
It does seem like an important class. Kids need life skills, unfortunately. The skills being taught in adult roles and financial literacy aren't exactly the most up to date.
So here's a breakdown of a few important lessons taught in the class in bullet point form.
Don't waste his money.
If you think you're fat, keep it to yourself.
Be feminine and ladylike. And don't correct his personal habits. Was this teacher born in the 1920s?
Actually, it has nothing to do with being ladylike, but on a first date, correcting someone you just met is a bad idea. So all was not lost on these children.
Boys were told not to gripe about the money you're spending or don't have, and to inform their date about what they plan to order in order to have a guide in order. What the f is this quote?
Many of the children went home and told their parents, oh, holy shit, Mom and Dad, why is the school teaching me this? I thought I was going to be learning about doing taxes and getting a job. Instead, they told me that women love guides and wasting money.
Jen Oxborough, a parent of a student in the class, said that the assignment went too far and represented old school thinking. Her daughter was upset and frustrated. I couldn't believe some of the questions and guidelines.
Mrs. Oxborough managed to teach Highland High that women, in fact, hate guidelines. So how did the school respond? Well, they haven't, but the Utah State Board of Education PR director did.
He said, "We really don't have business whether or not boys and girls should be kissing on a date in a financial literacy class."
The school district ended up speaking to the teacher in charge of this class, and they were reportedly mortified and regretted any harm they caused. It turns out the teacher thought it was still 1962, and gay people hadn't been invented yet.
It's a shame that more life skills classes aren't taught in high school, but shout out to my high school though. They did. Mwah, love you. Because I don't know anyone my age that knows how to use an Excel spreadsheet, let alone contribute to an IRA.
What do you guys think though? Should schools teach classes about dating? Would they work if students weren't confined to traditional gender roles?
Or should schools not have any involvement with relationship development? They shouldn't. I'm Candace Carrizales.
And I'm the trick boy.
Well, pumpkin boy. Squishy pumpkin boy.
Please clap.
David Blaine. David Blaine. David Blaine. David Blaine. David Blaine. David Blaine. David Blaine.
Before
you made it?
Yeah, I made it.
Wow.
It turned out really good. Hey Grandma, if you're watching this, it turned out good.